Before we jump into today's episode, quick shout out to our sponsor, eBay Live. If you think eBay is just a marketplace, you're missing a whole side of it. eBay Live is where real-time excitement meets rare, exclusive, hard-to-find cards and collectibles. You can watch live auctions, catch exclusive drops, and buy directly from trusted and, quite frankly, the best sellers like myself while it's all happening. It feels like a show, not just shopping, with great hosts, the aforementioned me, creators, and streamers. Plus, everything's backed by eBay's protections and authenticity guarantees. To check it out, download the eBay app, tap the eBay Live button right under the search bar. Make sure you follow, obviously, Sports Cards Nonsense. Let's get back to your show.
Welcome to another episode of Hobby Nonsense. It is your boys, Sports Boy and Solar Ray. How the heck are you guys?
Tag team champions of the world.
Tag team back again. Is it?
Come on, you got it. You got it.
That's literally all I got. I got yes. Yeah, that's my favorite lyric. Yes, it was good. I think we
over here
between the two of us, we got that song down.
What song is that?
I don't know, but I think obviously we both know it.
It's Whoop, there it is.
Whoop, there it is. And that's where we'll leave the show. That's been your show, everyone.
The fun fact is that the only way I remember this is because of you probably, I don't know, an elf.
Oh,
he's in the
in the mailroom.
In the mailroom.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I remember Elf. That's a fun movie back in the day.
It's a fun movie
every day, every
holiday season.
Why a holiday season? It just could be every
Christmas,
day. Why not tomorrow?
I would say
First
definitely in my top
break.
5.
Top 5, really?
Top 5 Christmas movies.
Oh, okay. But not just top 5 movies, period.
No. Doesn't even crack top 50.
Top 50? Really?
I like a lot of movies.
But it'll be in your top 5 holiday movie or Christmas movie.
Christmas movies,
okay.
Correct. Which I think.
What's your favorite Box Day movie?
Box Day movie?
Yeah.
You mean
Boxing Day?
Boxing Day.
Yeah. What's your favorite Boxing
Day?
Day?
Don't have enough Boxing Days and they don't have enough Thanksgiving movies, which I want to write a movie about Thanksgiving.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it could be a thing.
It's going to be a thing.
It will be a thing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to downplay that.
Come on.
I'm literally Googling Boxing Day. There's a Boxing Day movie. It's called Boxing Day. I don't know. I mean, it came out in 2021. It's a comedy drama rated PG-13. I could not tell you any of these people I've ever heard of them, but hey, at least for all you Boxing Day fans, there's something for you.
Is Medea in there?
Well, it's hard to tell because Medea could be anybody, really. I mean, with all the costumes and whatnot.
Well,
I mean,
Tyler Perry, but
yeah, Medea also dresses up.
Boxing Day.
Welcome to the show. It is the
but they didn't have Medea
June 1st, year of our Lord.
Hobby Nonsense.
No, I mean
bingo card.
How was your weekend, by the way?
It was fantastic.
Was it? It was just that today was crazy busy for you.
Today was crazy busy. One of the highlights of my weekend.
And
I can't wait for Gellman to come on.
But Adam Gellman's joining us.
Yes,
for just
Adam
a few.
Gellman is joining us.
It's not going to be a huge long segment, but we'll have him on 10:15 talking about Cosmic.
Talk about WWE Cosmic Chrome that is releasing on Thursday tomorrow. By the time it's releasing on Thursday.
No,
yes,
it comes out on Friday.
Nope,
hang on,
it comes out on Thursday.
Well, first off, you're saying Thursday too because you're thinking ahead. I'm always thinking, oh no, it's Monday. What are you talking about? But the listener, it's tomorrow. If they're listening on Wednesday.
Yes. I said, you said Friday, I said Thursday, which those are two separate days.
But I still think it's Friday.
Okay.
Hang on.
Regardless.
Okay, go ahead.
The reason why my weekend was so great is because on Saturday night, probably one of the greatest wrestling matches since WrestleMania 40, in my opinion, whatever.
Yeah.
El Gran Americano versus OG El Gran Americano.
The two El Gran Americanos went up against each other?
Mask versus mask match.
Are you kidding me? Was this on Netflix?
It was on YouTube.
Oh, the YouTube. Wait, so this was in WWE?
It was.
Oh, I thought
it was in
Netflix.
AAA, but WWE owns AAA now. And it's
not Triple H to be
AAA.
Yeah. That's
the wrestling promotion.
One's a person and one's an.
And those are two separate letters. One's an H and one's an A.
Don't you tell me that.
Not to be confused by AAA, the
Stop. We have to stop right now. We're so far into so many tangents. Let's each give rundowns of what we wanted to talk about today.
Okay.
You cool with that?
I'm cool, baby.
I do want to talk a little bit about PSA stuff.
I do. Yeah, I'm interested to see what you say because
just a couple things that I don't.
It's a different world from the sports world, and I don't think that people really know how different it is.
Yeah, it's what I have continually found out. I won't even say I've found out because I feel like I'm still learning more. But what I've continually found out is how much of a difference the thinking, the buying, the overall planning of the people who are into the TCG and non-sport hobby. I won't even say TCG and non-sport. I'm going to say the TCG, the non-sport, and the sport. Like these are three different things for people, and they can be very, very different.
They are very, very different.
Well, they are very different in a lot of ways. Some things do overlap, but in grading, there is some differences. So we'll talk a little bit about that. I do want to talk about, I've got one Pokemon thing that I think is very interesting. Okay. It's talking about like the number of cards printed over the last, I think, few decades. I think Pokemon came out with these numbers. I don't know if did you see this at all?
And I don't
Is this on your notes?
It's not on my notes, but
good.
I did want to talk about it, but it's in my mind.
Oh, good.
Which I don't want to give any spoilers, so I'll let you.
Masterwork, of course. We'll also talk about Star Wars Masterwork comes out on Wednesday, and then of course Cosmic WWE Chrome comes out on Thursday. So we'll talk a little bit about Masterwork, a few cards in there that I think are going to be big chases, and just a few details, because I think a lot of people are probably familiar. We already did a little bit of a rundown on this product in a past episode. I want to talk about Disney Chrome and one of the releases. You did a video on it already.
I want to talk about this Disney Chrome and what I talked about in the video.
It's so funny that you made a video on it, because I was just like, I was going to share my thoughts. I was like, well, I don't know if I want to make a video or not, but I'm glad you did, because I mean, like I think the video's done well also, but it's also, I would love to hear other people's thoughts on this. Have you read comments?
What your thoughts is on it.
Yeah, well, you're going to.
I don't read comments.
You don't read comments?
I never read any comment.
Why not? You should.
Especially if you're not.
This is the worst thing you could say, especially because half the time you're like, let us know in the comments. And you're just telling people, no, we don't read those things.
I don't read the comments. You read the comments. But again, if an intern wants to help us, one of the things the job that you would be doing is reading the comments and letting us know any good comments that come about. Sifting through the comment section.
Okay.
Because my mind cannot handle. After being on TikTok for the longest time, I found out that the comments is nothing but a big green pool at the La Quinta Inn in South Nashville.
Matsy, shout out to Matsy and his pool. It can be. I find that there's gaps there, right? Like there's times where I find it very, very useful. And then there's other times where I'm like, oh, I didn't need to read that at all. Nobody did. So yeah, shout out to Cucumber Lime Gatorade. Thank you very much for not sponsoring this episode. And so I think that's mostly it. There's probably going to be a few things here and there. I'll also add Upper Deck, a couple products coming out from them as well that I think are interesting. What did you have?
All right, Ray's Rundown. You guys ready? Pokemon.
Wait, did they say yeah? Yeah. I heard it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. The guy on the radio that was listening on his car.
The intern that we don't have over here in the corner. Pokemon 30th anniversary cards have just been announced today.
Yes.
So we'll do a little rundown on that.
Okay.
Pokemon will no longer
they
are going to ban all graded cards and cards over $1,000 in their Pokemon events.
Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't hear the $1,000 thing. I just heard the graded card
and thing. Additionally, they're also banning all Japanese Pokemon Center items from those events.
So you want to talk about a little bit more of that? Okay.
Pokemon Pitch Black, the new set is going to release July 17th.
Okay.
And with that being said, the Darkrai is the Pokemon that is front and center of that set. So I'm going to give you 2 Darkrai cards that you need to buy right now before this set comes out.
I don't even know who Darkrai is.
It's like a ghost Pokemon.
Oh, is this new? Yeah. Okay.
So these are the cards that you need to buy before it's too late. I purchased one of my Grail items over the weekend.
So we'll talk about that. Okay.
And there was a big poncho sale on Golden over the weekend. Disney Chrome We're going to talk about that. And last but not least, Taylor Swift and Toy Story, question mark.
Question mark? Interesting. Okay.
You know anything about this?
No. This is something I have not heard. Yeah, I'm very curious though. All right, so let's start with, let's see. We got a lot of Pokemon. Let's hit our new releases first, since it's by the time they're listening to this, I will probably be out there breaking Masterwork already. You'll have Cosmic the next day. So Masterwork, Star Wars Masterwork comes out this Wednesday. This set, if you guys are not familiar, it's a little bit more of a premium set. There's basically one hobby box, contains 4 mini boxes in it. There are going to be autos, sketches. Each box typically contains like at least one sketch or auto, I think is the wording. Actually, you know what? I'll just read exactly what it says. It says 4 mini boxes, 5 cards per mini box. Actually, that's it. Why doesn't it give the rest of the detail on here? I'm sorry. I'll get you guys the rest of the detail. The main thing I wanted to talk about, though, while I'm pulling that up, is the sketches and the relics that are going to be in this product. It does have the pin relics, which I think a lot of people are probably familiar with. It's like a pin cap or a tip of a pin that they've signed with, like a lot of. So it'll have an autograph and it'll have the writing actual tool that they use to write with. The thing I like a lot about this are the sketch cards that are going to be included. So it has sketch cards, book sketch cards, panoramic sketch cards, and the triptych sketch cards. Now the triptych is like the 3-fold, so it's a full long one. The thing I'm a little confused about is the book versus the panoramic sketch cards. I'm not 100% if I know what the difference is there, because I thought
does one fold and one not?
Well, I mean, maybe that is, but I don't see how you fit that in. I don't see how you can fit unless it's a relic or not a relic, a redemption. So don't you dare. Sketch cards are 1 in 4 boxes, by the way. The sketch book cards are 1 in 640. The panoramic is 1 in 802, and the triptych is 1 in 867. So those are obviously going to be much harder to pull. The sketch cards, at least 1 per box, it sounds like.
That panoramic, man, that sounds cool.
The Masterwork set in total, I think it may be my favorite non-original art set. So there's going to be Galaxy that I think beats out most sets for me. Smuggler's Outpost this year was like a dark horse, but I don't think you're going to get that every year. That was just kind of like a conglomeration of a lot of different sets into one. This set in particular, I really like, not only for the thick cards, I like how it's broken down in the boxes. I love that there's multiple hits in there. When I break it, I'm probably going to do like, I've seen almost everybody doing like an actual break, like where you can pick your character. I historically have done this where I sold mini boxes, like just sold individual boxes and or like serialized them, like where, you know, everybody can choose which box it is in order that you do it. 2 autographs are guaranteed per master box. And according to the odds, it looks like there's going to be 1 sketch card per master box as well. I, again, go back to, I can't say for sure if I'm going to do this where I'm going to break it out per character, but I want to do it by mini box just because I think it's more fun. And it goes a little faster too, but it's also, I don't know, like I feel like there is a little bit more of a gamble because it's like you're not going to say, if I want Darth Vader, I'm not going to be guaranteed all my Darth Vader cards, but you could pull something really big. And yeah. So anyways, by the time you're listening to this, if you go over to Fanatics Live, come check out the show. I think I'm going to go live early afternoon on Wednesday. But the big thing, the big relic in this product is also the Return of the Jedi cut film cells that are going to be in this. So,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's going to be a really cool one.
I saw Mando versus. Oh, Grogu. I did see the Mandalorian movie.
What'd you think about it?
I loved it.
Really?
I enjoyed it. I really liked it.
So what I've heard from most reviews is like, oh, this is a episode that got stretched into a movie. It's like it's probably like 3 episodes that they put together into a movie, but I liked it. Okay. Well,
I had a lot of fun.
Most people, I think my
wife
reviews
loved it.
Oh, did she really?
Yeah. I mean, Baby Yoda is, come on.
So
I know his name is Grogu. Don't come at me in the comments. No, will not read.
Yeah, I was about to say, why do you care if they come at you in the comments? You'll never know. According to, I guess this was about a week ago, the reviews were saying like it had a 88% audience score and a 61% critic score.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, overall, that is actually pretty high as far as the audience score goes. It's the 4th highest of the Star Wars movies. Empire Strikes Back had 97% audience score. A New Hope is 96%. Return of the Jedi is 94%. And this one had an 88%.
Really?
Yeah. Rogue One was next at 87. Rise of Skywalker at 86. The Force Awakens at 84.
Huh.
Solo at 63. Actually, Revenge of the Sith beat that one out at 66, and then Solo at 63. What I find really interesting is the Star Wars movie that had the highest critic score of 91%.
It's The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi.
I don't hate The Last Jedi.
Commonly known as maybe the worst of the Star Wars movies. And the audience score on that one was a 41%. It is the highest in critic score, and it is the lowest in audience score. So that's probably why, like in the breaks, Rose Tico never sells. Like, I mean, it's like one of the last spots. There's a
Who's
number. That? Exactly. It's like one of the main characters in that movie, like one of the main ones that wasn't, Poe and
gotcha.
Yeah, Rey and all the other ones. But anyways, the fact that Mandalorian, Grogu, they had this movie, you've got already in the trailer, it's showing, Jabba the Hutt's son, and there's a few other characters. I did
not like Jabba the Hutt's son.
Like just the character, you just thought he was mean or a bad guy or something.
I didn't like
Don't spoil
all of it.
Okay. All right. Well, next year, we're going to experience, the 70th or 50th? I think it's the 50th anniversary. 50th anniversary of Star Wars.
Wow.
It's going to be a big Star Wars year in cards and just in Star Wars in general. I think you're definitely going to see characters from this movie in future Star Wars products, at least next year, maybe even before the end of the year. We'll find out. But yeah. So is
the Mandalorian ever in any of the Star Wars breaks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. For years.
Is that one of the most popular?
Absolutely.
Do they have
Pedro Pascal autos are huge, except I believe Pedro did. Let me just double check. I don't know if Pedro signed in this one. For some reason, I'm recalling he didn't, because there's a lot of signers in this one that were not in past years. Yeah, he only has an auto on a trio card, like so one where there's 3 people signing, and there's one.
Is that what 3 means?
And there's one on the Ultimate Book. And he also has an autographed relic card. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's the Outland TIE Fighter Mandalorian. Oh, that's kind of cool. I would love to see what that looks like.
Yeah,
but just as far as like just straight autos go, he's not going to have.
What about Grogu?
Grogu does not.
Is he ever has his own spot in any of the?
I mean, he has his own spot. He has his own card in this product. It's card number 8, but he doesn't sign because he doesn't have a voice. He could. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you might know better than I do at this point. Don't spoil it. But yeah, we'll see. How about this? Before we get into other topics, let's go ahead and start talking about Cosmic.
Let's do it.
Because we'll be able to pull on Adam Gellman for that conversation.
Let's go.
On that note, we've now brought on Adam Gellman. Adam Gellman of Main Event Wrestling Cards and, of course, the podcast Book to Last. How are you, Adam Gellman?
I am doing awesome, guys. I love coming on your show. You guys do such a great job. Thanks for having me back on.
Hey, we appreciate the high praise. It's you're doing a great job as well. I believe Ray's exact words were best wrestling podcast out there.
My favorite wrestling podcast, the best wrestling podcast. Not only are you going to get a little bit of what's going on in the professional wrestling world, not just WWE, but AEW, AAA, and what have you, but you're going to get the insider tips of what you need to buy when you're a wrestling card collector.
That's pretty cool. So have you found success with the podcast, Adam?
A ton of success. Yeah, we're on the Stacking Slabs platform. So Brett has done a great job curating an awesome audience. And we've had tops on, we've had all sorts of industry insiders on, we bring collectors on. It's been so much fun. And can't say enough good things about the platform that Brett has, but also my podcast co-host, RBI Crew 7, Ryan Bannister. who actually was the one you saw buy the Randy Orton WrestleMania patch autograph. He got a lot of 15 minutes of his fame there recently.
That's so cool.
We've had a lot of attention recently. It's been awesome.
Well, and I wanted to talk about the other patch, obviously the one we're still all waiting for, the John Cena one, but the timing fits perfectly for you to come on and us talk a little bit about Cosmic, which comes out on Thursday. What's the story as far as your thoughts on this product coming out initially?
For Cosmic, I think it's a super popular product. We've seen it across a number of sports do really well, but they haven't really brought it to this space before. This is the debut. So we've got the Planetary Pursuits coming, which are a huge chase in baseball and football and basketball. And, they've got a really good checklist for that. They've got star fractors. They've got all the big chases for this product are in it. And, it's another Chrome product. So wrestling collectors love shiny cards, myself included. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, it's a different approach, right? So you don't get an autograph per box. You're kind of chasing some of the non-autograph content, which is always interesting to see how the community reacts to that. But it's going to be a good time.
Biggest chases in this product?
Definitely the planets, I think, are going to be a huge chase. Like if you CM Punk, AJ Lee, Becky Lynch, Roman Reigns, they all have Planetary Pursuits. Those are going to be huge cards, but they also will have like the autographs on card with inscriptions. They've seen some really cool ones. They'll do some previews this week. So we'll see kind of some of the stuff that's coming, but Topps always brings the heat with the autograph stuff.
Can I ask, and I would like to know from both of you, does it feel like we've had way too much wrestling all at the same time? Like just back to back to back? Mm-hmm. Like we went through a drought of no wrestling, and then Topps, I love Topps. They give allocation. I could not say enough good things about them, but I will say bad things right now in the sense that stop doing this where you flood the market with a certain product. It's just, it waters down the pricing of anybody who wants to sell any of their cards. And then it just it kind of dilutes the interest of their main buying pool. That's my personal opinion. Am I wrong?
I think we've had more products released in the last 2 months than we did all last year.
Yeah.
So Jesse, you're not wrong.
Okay.
And I think Royalty and Chrome broke me.
Yes.
It was so much. I did case after case. I did a ton of cases with Ray, did a ton of cases overall. It just broke me. And it's just and then there's Cosmic coming, which is going to be a fun product. And I almost have to skip it because I've said it's just too much at once. But yeah. I talked to them earlier and I was like, guys, what happened here? Why is this all being piled on top of each other? And they were just listen, things with football and basketball and everything, we release the products when they're ready. And I think we won't see that hopefully next year. Or for the rest of this year. I think they'll probably work to spread everything out, but it's been very tough as a collector. We're talking a lot at once.
Yeah. And that's my thinking too, is this whole we release the products when they're ready mentality that I think most of Topps seems to have, at least on the non-sport side. And of course I'm including wrestling in that as well. Whatever the reason for that is, where it's hey, we have to release because it's ready. How do we change that? Because I don't think that should be the mentality of this company that is basically, it is the card producing company. I mean, there's others out there, right? But the one that has all the licensings that we care the most about, that put out such great cards that are highly sought after to the point we're talking about millions of dollars at times, there should be some kind of consideration for their main buying pool. Because yes, you're going to find new people across different products. I get that. But at the same time, you're going to find a lot of the same guys who just want all of the cards. But
all of them,
like you said, when you say broke you, I think if I'm reading between the lines, not just broke you, it broke you financially to the point where it's yes. How do you continue to buy more? So yeah, it's just a piece of advice, I think, if we can give from that point. Now let's move past that. I would like to just continue to talk about Cosmic. Ray, you as someone who's about to do the last Sapphire case, I think tonight.
Yeah, hopefully. We're almost there. It's been a struggle. And to your point, Jesse, I know that we've had so many releases, and so many releases have been so expensive.
Yes.
That this WWE Cosmic is a more inexpensive product.
Finally, which is nice.
Which it feels refreshing.
Yeah.
Just because we're used to paying like royalty prices on stuff, which is absolutely insane. But this product, I think, I really like this product.
What did you say the most expensive spot is that you have?
It's like, it's not over like $200. It's like
less than 200.
Yeah, it's something like that. So anybody can go on there and get some cards and pay. I mean, I have spots as cheap as like $3.
Oh, okay.
So people can go on there and enjoy the ripping experience while having to be our boy Adam Gellman and break the bank over here.
Now, all the talk of pricing and all this stuff, it has not stopped you. Obviously, you bought into Royalty, you've bought into Chrome and all these other ones. Have you, Adam, pulled anything worth talking about, notable?
I mean, I've ended up with, probably 3 of the superfractors from Chrome for my PC for Becky Lynch. I have 2 1-of-1s from Royalty. I did not end up with the WrestleMania patch. That's still out there. It's been pulled, but can't have everything.
I hear? Did someone try to sell it to you at a certain price? Can you reveal that?
They did. Yeah, it was quite expensive, and just I as much as I wanted the card, paying the price of a Cadillac Escalade for it is probably not on my menu for the year.
Was it legit like 70 grand or something like that?
70, yeah.
$70,000 for the Becky Lynch patch from Royalty. Well, and you know, that in some ways it's like, wow, that's amazing that we're in a world where people could actually pay that, especially because we saw, the Randy Orton sell for over 40. But we're still looking at what is potentially the largest selling card. We just haven't seen it yet. But there's bounties out at still $100,000 for the John Cena, isn't there?
Yeah, so I think the highest bounty I've seen for Cena right now is $110,000, which is $100 in cash and then $10K in credit for one of the breakers out there. And it's not shocking to me. I mean, this is John Cena's final WrestleMania. It is a historic moment. And I think we've talked about this on previous times I've been on. Like, there's not many of these moments that happen on a regular basis. And to think that this is a Mount Rushmore level wrestler having the record-setting pay-per-view appearance where he's won the 17th title. I mean, the significance of that is enormous. And I think, we were looking at this as like, these are the Topps Logo Man cards, whether it's NBA or Shields for NFL. And, it's going to be a massive, massive chase. And I think John Cena is probably not the only one heading into the 6-figure range. I mean, you've got Rhea Ripley, who who was part of it. You've got Tiffany Stratton, who beat Charlotte Flair and did an amazing job at WrestleMania. You have CM Punk in the main event. And, there's a lot of people out there that are willing to pay huge amounts of money for these cards, and rightfully so. They are significant cards that have never been brought to wrestling before, and they're tied to specific moments that you can go back and watch on YouTube and experience it with the nostalgia of the moment, and it's just incredible. And so I think, when you look at this year's WrestleMania patches, which are going to be in 2026 Royalty, you've got like Obafemi's debut against Brock Lesnar, where he retired one of the greatest combat sports athletes of all time. Like, that's a
with
huge
an
deal.
asterisk on that.
Yeah. I'm not going to recognize what they're doing recently, but and then you have somebody like, going in and putting on the match of their life, like Rhea Ripley winning a title, or, Jey Uso won a title at this past year's WrestleMania with, his first world title. All of those cards are now encapsulated in Topps' experience for these Royalty cards. And then we also have the SummerSlam ones too, which should be coming in Dynasty, I would guess, later this year. So lots of amazing stuff that Topps has been able to do with the access that they've been granted through the relationship that Fanatics has with WWE. And it's just incredible.
The Cosmic being like the latest one that we have coming out from Topps. I don't know. Have we seen another one that's been like announced as of yet?
We have been seeing some of these superstars now signing.
I saw like Universe or something.
Stadium Club.
Oh, there's a Stadium Club.
Yep.
Oh, that'll be cheap though, at least. Like Stadium Club's typically a cheaper product, right? I mean, I believe it is.
Yeah, and I think Topps is trying to make things more accessible, rightfully so. I mean, you got to have wrestling fans love to travel. They love to spend money on wrestling memorabilia and stuff like that, but they're still not into the cards quite yet. And I think when you come in and you see that the average box cost is $350 to $400, like it's a non-starter.
Yeah.
So I think Topps is trying to find ways to make it more accessible. And a product like Stadium Club not only has awesome photography, on-card autographs, chrome parallels, like all the fun stuff that the major releases like regular Chrome have, but it should be more accessible and more, cost effective in that respect.
I guess at this point, like if we are thinking Cosmic, WWE Cosmic may be the last one for a little bit, hopefully, because I mean, I haven't been allocated anything. I haven't seen any new WWE product coming out. Hopefully this will be, give everybody a little bit of a breather, and the fact that it's coming in at a lower price point. I'm hoping this product overall is one where it's like, oh wow, this is actually, it, like you said, it's like refreshing in a way.
Mm-hmm.
The other, I guess the next WWE event would probably be at Fanatics Fest. Are you going to be at that?
I will be. Yes.
Nice.
Friday and Saturday.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll be there as well. I'll be seeing you there. We got to start getting ready to some of these events, but we'll start that.
Sure.
I need to start going to these events for sure.
WWE takes over Fanatics Fest every year. I'm really curious, like if they bring something cool, like they did for WWE World with the Logo Fractor product or the Cactus Jack product. But man, Fanatics Fest has turned into like the WWE showcase, and I love it. So I had to make it a point to go.
One of the most fun parts of it, in my opinion, even if you're not into it, it's just watching the people, like whether they're the actual athletes getting to come down and do, their walkouts, or the other, celebrities or just guests at the show getting to do their own version. It is just a lot of fun. And I think it will be a pretty cool experience if you're into that thing, kind of thing. Yeah, Adam, you're going to be there. You'll also be at the National. There's going to be a big event going on there as well.
Yeah. So our podcast, Book to Last, is hosting Wrestling Card Takeover. It's going to be a community celebration for everybody who is a wrestling card collector. We're hosting it July 31st at the Embassy Suites. I think I hinted at it last time I was on, and now we've got everything solidified. I am so excited. We've got room for about 350 people to come and celebrate with us. We're going to be doing giveaways. We're going to be doing all sorts of stuff around the podcast and just, celebrating as a community. I'm sure people will take the opportunity to come and say hello and get to meet everybody face to face. And it's all free. So we have some wonderful sponsors that are going to help us put this on. And just for the fact that we want everybody to be able to join us and not have to contribute anything. So it's going to be absolutely awesome.
What day did you say it was going to be?
That Friday night of the National Convention, so July 31st.
I'm going to try and be there. I'm going to try and come by. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, you should.
Well, there's a Star Wars rip night or trade night that I'm also going to go to, and I think that's on Saturday though. So if I can make it work, I will try my best to be there, because that does sound like a good time.
You can dress up as Earthquake.
Who's Earthquake?
Yeah.
Is it a bigger guy?
I'm dressing up as Paul Heyman because clearly I look like Paul Heyman.
Oh, right on. Look at that. Look at that.
I want to be, who's the one from Boy Meets World?
Oh, Vader.
I'll be Vader. Yeah. Just as long as I get to wear a leotard, no matter what I'm doing, whoever I'm dressing up as, I'm a leotard.
That'll be well worth the price of admission.
Baby.
Okay, cool.
Hey, Adam, before we get out of here, I do want to ask, Cosmic or WWE Cosmic, for the people that are buying into this product for the first time, what are some good spots, in your opinion, that are the most value that they can gain? Because we have some rookies. This is their first time in this product, like Jasper Troy and Shiloh Hills, just to name a few, with the rookie badge on the cards. What are some like Jesse the Body Ventura is signing in this product, which is insane.
Oh, that's cool.
I saw that.
So like, what do you think? What are some good spots that people need to look out for in this product?
I mean, like I would look, there's a lot of different SSP case hit type cards that I think are going to align to spots that are not that expensive. And so, I mean, the planets, you have, I think like 10 wrestlers on that checklist. I would guess most of those spots are going to be under $100. Most of those spots may even be under $50. So like you have somebody like AJ Lee who hasn't had cards in a wrestling product for 10 10 years at this point. Like she was in Chrome. She had a base card in Chrome. She had some hits in Chrome, but like she is not going to be a hugely expensive spot because she doesn't have autographs. So, there's going to be a lot of fun for her. You have Obafemi, who is literally lighting the world on fire. His spots I've seen still under $100. So it's like, it's really affordable to get some of the top names. But if you have legends that you love, this is a product where they're going to be highlighted significantly. Ray mentioned Jesse Ventura, but like you have all sorts of the like Demolition and like all the old guys from like the 80s and 90s are part of Topps' approach with wrestling, which I love. And a lot of collectors love to buy those spots because they're like $5-10 and you can get a really nice looking Chrome parallel for not much money. And it's just great to see the legends getting a focus. And then you have like a bunch of rookies. Like you said, some of the guys from NXT are going to have, a lot of cards to chase. And Topps has really put a focus on making sure rookies get a spotlight, which I think will only serve the future very, very well.
That's great. One name, Adam, El Gran Americano is signing in this product. Which one are we getting? Do we know?
I think it'll be Gable. It'll be Gable. He was just unmasked, so I can refer to him as Gable now. Chad Gable, if you guys haven't seen Noche de los Grandes, which happened on Sunday night on YouTube, it was literally one of the most insane presentations of a wrestling match I've ever seen. It was done in Monterrey, Mexico. They had Ludwig Kaiser, who is now one of the Grande Americanos, fight the original Grande Americano, which is Chad Gable, mask versus mask. And both of them should have cards and products coming up, and they're like the WrestleMania patch autograph for Chad Gable's Grande Americano was pulled, and the card is absolutely amazing looking. It's like, I know the guy who pulled it. I'm so jealous. And like, so he's going to be a feature in a lot of these sets. And that pay-per-view match for AAA was seriously just an absolute Matt classic. Have to give them their flowers. Funny that entire angle came out of a freak injury to Chad Gable, and Ludwig Kaiser took up the mantle and has done nothing but incredible things with that gimmick. It's absolutely insane.
It's pro wrestling, man.
That's pro wrestling.
I sent the link to a friend that never watches wrestling, and him and his wife watched it together, and the next day they could not wait to talk about it to me. They were just like astonished of the storytelling and everything about that match. And they're like, wow, this is a world they have never experienced. And I was like, well, that is pro wrestling. Yeah.
If you need to get somebody onto the wrestling train, you show them two things. You show them Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico, and you show them Noche de los Grandes from last, on Sunday. And both of those matches capture everything that is awesome about professional wrestling.
Thank you, because at this point, I feel like there's a lot of listeners out who listen to this show. They may not be into wrestling, but it may be wanting to introduce themselves to it. So there you go. Those are your two to go and check out. Adam Gellman, again, the Book to Last podcast, known for the main event wrestling cards. Thank you very much for coming on. If you guys are going to be at Fanatic Fest, if you're going to be at the National, you're going to be able to go check him out at those events that he already mentioned. Adam, till the next product drop, we look forward to seeing you back very soon.
Thank you both for having me on again. It's been great.
All right, there you go. Adam Gellman. Always a pleasure to have him on. Honestly,
I love me some Adam.
Yeah, he's a wealth of information when it comes to
I do want to say
wrestling.
about Ryan. Just real quick. So we know that he purchased the John Cena patch auto.
Nope.
You know,
try again.
The WrestleMania patch.
Nope. Not John Cena.
Randy
there
Orton
we go.
patch from WrestleMania at a royalty. And Randy Orton offered to give him his ring gear because he knew that he purchased it and he declined it.
His what gear?
His ring gear.
Oh, like what he wears in
ring worn gear.
Really?
And Ryan declined it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I probably would have
Ryan.
Too, because at this point, I don't know, like who was it that was, you remember, did you see that clip of, was it Randy Orton who was on with Blez, or was it Cody?
Who's Blez?
Cody Rhodes. That's I forget you're new to this side of the card world. Blez is like one of their brothers. There's a few of them, but they're very wealthy at this point, and they're they're breakers, but I think it was the brother who is also like he's on the world poker tour. Like he's actually like a professional poker as well. A poker player, I should say as well. He was, I believe he was on with, it was either Randy Orton or Cody Rhodes. Honestly, I cannot remember exactly which one. And maybe, who knows, maybe it was neither. But he went in, the wrestler was saying how, essentially, like how crazy it was that he was a millionaire. Because he basically implied.
That was The Miz.
Oh, it was The Miz.
The Miz.
Oh, I don't know if we should cut that or not. Now I feel embarrassed. Okay.
That was The Miz.
So it was The Miz that was on with Blez, and he
host
implied,
of American Gladiators, The Miz.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So he implied, Blez was implying like, oh, he has this card, and he implied the value of that card. And he's like, wait, so you're a millionaire? And he's like, dude, he basically was saying how little money he makes in comparison. And I'm like, at that moment, I realized, oh, WWE, while it's fun and while it's cool, I don't know if many of these people are making all that great of money as of yet. And
The Miz is he makes a lot of money,
but he just made it out to be like, I don't know, the fact that Randy Orton would offer his, ring worn stuff. I can get why someone would turn that down, because it's like, oh, well, I don't know if many people would pay as much for that as they would for a very hot hobby as the card market is. You know what I mean? So,
well, you got to remember, I don't think that there is a weird, when Topps can figure out how to sell cards to the wrestling collector, that's how you know they're going to do good.
Yeah.
Because there are wrestling collectors out there that are infatuated with buying ring-worn gear, Ric Flair's robes, Dusty Rhodes' boots. Like, these are people that are spending thousands of dollars for these ring-worn gear that has history.
Yeah.
For the longest time, the big gold belt, which has a huge history, was missing. And it was stolen and was sold to a wrestling collector.
Oh, really?
And then finally comes up and now is in the hands of still a collector. But
when you say big gold belt, what do you mean?
The big gold belt.
That's a specific belt?
That is a specific belt.
Oh, okay. Because I've seen a lot of big gold belts.
It's the big gold. If you Google it, it was the NWA championship belt. And then it moved over to WCW when they purchased all that stuff. And then it was synonymous with Ric Flair.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Ric Flair actually quit WCW and they wouldn't pay him the deposit for the belt. And he took it over to WWE.
Oh, really?
And there was a big
Ric Flair had to buy the belt himself?
They put a deposit down. Because he never got his deposit back. So he's like, well, I'm just taking the belt with me.
Sure, yeah.
And so he takes it over to WWE and there was this whole legal battle, but WWE kept telling him to bring it on TV and they would just blur it on TV. So it was kind of like a Michael Jordan-esque like band sneaker situation to where it's like, we know the belt that he's holding, but you can't see it because like legally it's they just made it more of a thing.
That's funny. Wow, I didn't know there was so much backstory to this belt,
dude.
I think there needs to be limits on production of WWE until they have found that market. Because I think there is a market, but I just don't think it's as big.
Dude, that's everything though. I mean, they need to limit the Disney products that are coming out. They need to limit. The Star Wars products that are coming out. They even limit all the NFL and basketball and all that stuff that is coming out. They're just pumping it.
There's a lot of stuff that is coming out in mass quantities, but I would say more so than most, WWE seems to be like it. And I'm sure part of that is affected by the fact that you just had multiple, like we said, multiple releases coming out at the same time or very close to the same time. That doesn't help it. But I also just think when you see some of those products where it's like you've got parallels to $3.99, and so it's like if you've got a parallel to $3.99, you inevitably have multiple parallels in like the 200s and the 100s. And it's like for a product that is just kind of getting started, or it does not have the same kind of popularity as, of course, your other big sports like baseball, basketball, football, and it does not have necessarily the IP fandom as a Disney or Marvel or something like that. I just don't think you can put that kind of product.
I think
out
you're
quite yet.
underestimating the wrestling fans, man.
I don't think I'm underestimating them, because I'm not underestimating the fans. I think I'm estimating the fans that are also card collectors.
Oh, very true.
I think there's a lot of fans.
We need to just get.
But yeah, you just gotta.
They need to work to get that.
Exactly. That's why I
they're
say
just like they're a little ahead or premature or whatever you want to say. That they needed to do that due diligence before putting out all this.
Bring in those fans to become collectors before you push much more.
WWE, if you're listening, come on. Take us to every live show. We will show the fans wrestling cards. We'll do the work.
That'd be kind of fun, actually.
That would be great.
All right. So there you go. There's your WWE talk. Disney Chrome has been announced already. We were talking about it. In fact,
2026.
It kind of stinks. At first, we were going to have Aaron on for that episode. I got word over the weekend, and then I got word like a couple days later that it's not going to work out. But I'm hoping that maybe we can again. But we had him on last year. We talked about WWE, or I'm sorry, I'm still on the wrestling train. We talked about Disney Chrome, and of course, that was when we talked about like, oh, I'm going to pull the one and only Walt Disney, and then I pulled the one and only Walt Disney, which is to this day, as far as like the odds of that happening, just astronomical. I think that is probably the biggest win I've ever had as far as like saying I was going to pull. I pulled the Babe Ruth. I called my shot.
Yep.
So anyways, I was like, oh, well, talking about Disney Chrome though, for 2026, there's a number of cards I think are cool. There's some really cool parallels, but there is something that I don't care for that the Topps Pop account showed some of the cards that are coming. And I think it's cool that they're including some of the Disney TV channel stars. So from TV shows and movies, they've got a number of them. Like Raven Simone is going to be in there, and you got the High School Musical cards are going to be in there. That's a lot of fandom out there.
Bet on it.
I never watched any of it. Is that a song from it? I never see. This is why we need more Brink. I need Pup and Suds cards. I need more Johnny Tsunami. Like they just went a little bit later in my Disney TV watching experience. But to stay on track, the cards that they showed that you made a video about were specifically the High School Musical facsimile auto cards.
Which facsimile auto means, for the people that don't know.
I mean, you know, it's a fake auto. It's an auto that is not their actual autograph. It is something that's essentially printed onto the card. There are some fun ones, especially when you're talking about like the Disney characters, because they've been doing this since 2023 Disney 100 when they first started making Topps Disney cards. And there are some fun ones because they will give them a characteristic that is unique to that character. You know, like it'll give like Wolverine his E's and anything else like had claw marks or they didn't actually do the claw mark, but it looked like someone, you know, clawed up the autograph. They'll do that with different characters. They did this with the High School Musical kids, and I think my problem is the exact same thing as your problem. I don't have a problem with it at all when it is a fictional character that is an actual fictional thing.
Animated.
Yes, because I mean, I get
a puppet.
The High School Musical kids, those are fictional characters. However, they are real people, and we know how this works because they just announced how Johnny Depp is signing as Captain Jack Sparrow, but it's his actual autograph. It's not the facsimile autograph. It's him signing on the cards. We don't need fake autographs of real people.
We don't need it.
We
don't need it.
If you want to continue to do that for the characters, I actually encourage it because I do think that's a fun thing. I do think there's enough people out there who still appreciate it, but not if it's a real person.
This is where Jesse draws the line of facsimile autos.
It is, yes, because there's a lot of people that give a lot of hate to facsimile autos, especially for the non-sport collector, right? Like the people who don't collect entertainment cards, they don't get it, and that's fine. We've already discussed this in past episodes ad nauseum, but we are now to the point where it's like, okay, well, taking all that aside, I would agree with those people who have issues if it's a real person that we're talking about that could have signed. So,
because
it was I love a lot of the things that they're doing, especially like those Japanese inserts that they're going to be in that product. There's a number of really cool, like the Pixar artists that are actually doing sketch cards. That stuff's really cool. This is one thing where I feel like it was a swing and a miss.
Do you think that, would you feel better knowing, and we don't know this yet, if they had the real autos and the facsimile autos for the same characters?
No, I still don't want the facsimile auto.
Okay, you just don't want them at all.
Yeah, no, because I saw some of them, like the autos that they showed. Again, they're very characteristic of what that character might do. If
Sharpay has the little stars on her.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, okay, well, that's fun if that wasn't a real life human being who could have gone and signed that card.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy. Dude, that kind of opens up. Like, I was thinking about that after I made the video, like back to the wrestling talk, because these wrestlers are playing a character.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Terry Bollea didn't sign as Terry Bollea. He signed as Hulk Hogan.
Wait, his last name was Bollea?
Yeah.
I thought it was, actually, maybe I don't know Terry's last name. It's Terry Bollea, not Terry Hogan or anything like that. Oh, okay. But I mean, he signed as Hulk Hogan.
But like, you know what I mean?
But I mean, like other people, if that's not their real name, is that always the case too? That they're signing as their character name?
Yeah,
they're not signing their real life legal name, and that's fine. Like, I don't. Some
of them are like John Cena's real name is John Cena.
Exactly.
So like, and Stone Cold Steve Austin's name used to be Steve Williams, but now it's Steve. He legally changed it to Steve.
And that's the same thing for like an actor who changes their name, right? Like, I don't mind if you sign as the name that you go by in Hollywood, but like to your family, you go by a different name. That does not matter to me.
Okay.
Sign by whatever name you go by in the public press, but you're still signing it. Like,
so like Dwayne Johnson and The Rock, which auto would you prefer?
Honestly, I kind of want both. Like, I mean, because I know that Dwayne Johnson's the more rare one, and I would like that. So that's probably the first one I would want, but I want one that says The Rock. I think that's awesome. So, but going back to this specific issue, it's just more of I didn't see many comments on that post that were like super for it. I also didn't see like a ton of negativity on there, but I think a lot of people probably just ignored it.
It was more like a head scratcher.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what are we doing? You know, like
exactly.
Why? Who wanted this?
But I mean, the overall product does look great. I am very happy. And I think there's a lot of like fun and exciting things.
And they do have people that are actually going to be signing, like Raven Simone is signing as Raven Simone.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And like, Demi Lovato's character, she's signing as Demi Lovato.
I think the most compelling argument that I saw in one of the comments was if they got every person that they wanted to sign in this product, it would be too expensive to sell. You know, there's a limit to how much that they can spend to make the product before it's like, oh, well, we're not even going to do it because we're barely going to make any money, if anything. So it's like, I appreciate that they didn't, make it $500 or $1,000. Well, it's probably gonna be over $500 a box coming out, but I appreciate it's not $1,000 a box coming out, and it probably would have been had they gotten, what's the main guy in High School Music?
Zac Efron.
Yeah, they had gotten Zac Efron, and then the rest of the cast. If they gotten everybody that they wanted to actually sign, but that's okay. All you have to do is just not have an autograph in there, in my opinion. Now, I say all this. I'm very, very curious in 2 weeks from now when this product releases. How do people view that when they actually get it? I think there's going to be a lot of people who still like it. I think there's still going to be people who enjoy it, but I think the weighted average probably leans more towards I'd rather have nothing than a fake auto of someone who's real. That's my opinion. So we will see. Those are some new releases coming up from Topps. There's a couple new releases coming from Upper Deck that I think are really interesting. I kind of teased one recently, and before I move on completely though, I did do a little Googling real quick. I found out the answer to the book versus the panorama sketch for Masterwork. So if it is a book, it is essentially a fold out. So it's folded closed.
Okay.
If it's a panoramic sketch, it is a extra wide unfolded card. So my question though comes,
redemption.
It's either a redemption or it's a box topper of some kind. That's the only way I can think of how you would do that.
Have you ever had a product that's a box topper that is like kind of like a hit? You know what I mean?
Yeah, there have been box toppers for sure in a few products, but if I'm doing a break 9 times out of 10, it would be included as a spot. It's like, oh, gotcha. I'm selling that spot. If it's in here, I don't think there's box toppers in Masterwork. So if they did decide to do that, and it's like, hey, that's where you're going to find it, because they can't fit any card bigger than a regular size card will not fit in one of the mini boxes that comes in there. So it's like, well, you have to put it as a box topper or it has to be a redemption.
Yeah.
So I'm leaning probably more towards, it's going to be a redemption. However, if it weren't, then it would mean it's like on the top of the card. And so if I did just sell mini boxes, I'd just have to random it between all the people who bought the mini boxes in there. I think that's the only option you have. But we'll see. Either way, I think it's cool that they have multiple different options of sketch cards in there. And that's what a lot of people chase in that product too. Mm-hmm. So, all right. Going over to Upper Deck, the couple products that I wanted to mention, one of them, I do not have a date as of when it comes out yet. I'm still looking for that. I'm sure they'll have a release date here coming soon. But one of the products it's a lot of fun. It is Feline Collection. All right, bear with me here, because it's like, I think when people probably first saw this or heard about it, they probably started questioning the nature of their reality. What are we doing with like a Feline Collection product? But it's cheap. It's a cheap product, and I think if nothing else, it's a fun product. It is coming out. Let me see if I've got an exact date of release yet. The release date says October 21st, so we got some time. Mm-hmm. It's kind of funny that they've got it already listed when it comes out October 21st. But the product overview says this: whether you're a collector who loves our feline friends or just simply a cat lover, 2026 Upper Deck Feline Collection is a must-have set. Like cats themselves, this set is full of playfulness, attitude, hilarity, and cuteness to stunning beauty. It is also loaded with information and fun facts. So yeah, it's a product for cat lovers. If they're making this product, you can guarantee there's going to be a product for dog lovers coming right after this. My personal opinion, as long as it's not printed to the moon and so long as it's cheap, do whatever you want. Have fun making cards. I think there's probably going to be plenty of people who are like, uh-oh, here we go, junk wax era, yada, yada. And it's like, yes, this is probably not a product that everybody is going to be dying for. However, I could also see it being like the meme stock vibe where it's like, oh, well, there's a niche and it starts to just like gain popularity because it's different and unexpected. And it's like a product that most people would think, oh, that's not collectible. And so it becomes more collectible because people are like, yeah, we're excited for something different or weird. My only fear comes where it's like, oh, somebody sees the success, like if it takes off, because I could see it just taking off and being hugely fun, like as a cult classic type of thing, where there's movies that are huge favorites because they're just weird and funny, and it's like it's never going to win an Oscar. It's going to probably win plenty of Razzies, but people still love it, and it's a lot of just fun weirdness. I think a product like this there's going to be plenty of people who probably love it, and then there's going to be people who are like, dude, did you get the Persian? I've got my Persian and I've got my Siamese one of ones. And, there's going to be like a lot of just funny jokes about it.
People love cats, man.
Well, it's fun to joke about as well, I think, to some extent. But yes, there's also plenty of cat lovers. So if they make this and it's cheap and it's fun and whatever, good and great for the people who want to enjoy it. My fear, though, comes if people copy that idea and it's like, oh, well, they did that. I'm going to start making a product on, different card stocks. Oh, man, that's poster card stock. Whoa, that's printing paper. Oh, you got the one of one.
They kind of do that now, don't they? Like with divorced dads and all that other stuff.
Do not disparage divorced dads. That's a totally different. That's a TCG, okay? And that's I have the original releases.
You have the original sets?
Yeah, I do, and I've got the first. It doesn't matter. But for this. It's a fun again, I think unique thing that they're doing. And I'm kind of for it because I think it's going to be cheap enough. And hey, if you don't like it, don't buy it, right? But if you think it's going to be funny or just you're a fan of cats, go for it. I'm hoping that people aren't copying this and be like, I can make a card of anything. And then it kind of takes away the specialness when everybody goes out and does the same kind of niche idea. So that's my only comments on that. The other product that's coming out that I think is going to be a huge hit is the Inspirations of the World of DC.
Yeah, I love that.
Still don't have a release date, unfortunately. It's been teased for a little bit, so I've got to imagine it's coming pretty soon. But it's essentially like the Star Wars Galaxy for the DC universe, where it's like original artwork. It's not actually scenes from comics or movies or something like that. Maybe it could be inspired by those things, but it is more originality is the idea behind the set. And I think that's awesome. I think the card samples that we've seen look amazing. I'm a big Batman Beyond fan, and I've seen a few cards that are sampling that art as well as a number of other DC projects. So yes, that product, I think if you can get your hands on it right now, pre-sale is like $140 a box. I think that will go nowhere but up. I honestly could see that being over $200 because I think like the Batman animated series are still going for over $220. I think the Batman metal is still somewhere around $200 or something. So this one being $140, honestly, like I think that's a great deal. I really do. So good on Upper Deck for putting out a product at an affordable price and also having fun with the Feline Collections products that is bound to be a talking point among many people. So, all right. We've talked a lot about non-sport cards. Let's talk a little bit about TCG if you're up for that.
I'm out, baby.
All right. Where do you want to start?
20th Pokemon 30th anniversary.
20th, 30th anniversary.
30th. Yeah, right. The 30th anniversary of Pokemon. So today, Monday, that we're recording the pod, breaking the fourth wall.
Stop that.
We finally got some sneak peeks of some of the cards that are going to be releasing for the 30th anniversary. That's going to be releasing everywhere, Japan and the United States, September 16th.
Okay, very cool.
So on September 16th, of course, you're going to see reprints of some popular Pokemon cards. None of these are playable. You can't play with any of these sets, any of these in your deck. So the there's going to be some tag team reprints like Pikachu and Zekrom, which those are super popular cards. Of course, we're getting another Charizard base set reprint with the 30th anniversary stamp on it.
Okay.
The cool thing about this though is that I've noticed that there is some sort of like a new texture on the Charizard himself.
Oh, okay.
And not just like the hollow in the back, but there actually going to be some texture on him.
Nice.
So I think that's kind of cool. The really fun thing that I thought that in this set, there's going to be 30 different Pikachus.
Oh, that's really cool.
From all types of different artists. And there's going to be hollow versions and non-hollow versions.
Oh, wow.
So when I say hollow versions is that the whole card will kind of have a firework-like pattern, like the Legendary Collection. So I'm super excited about that. And we got the preview of a brand new rarity that they're calling Futuristic Rare.
Whoa, what is any idea what that's going to be?
So so they gave us two teases, and we knew what these teases were from the beginning video that they showed us in the beginning of the year. They're going to have Mewtwo and a Mew, and they kind of have like a nice, like shiny chrome look to them. I'm not that big of a fan of these cards, but to each his own. Some people like them, some people don't. I do not like them. And we are getting some art rare cards. There are like a last Lapras and some other ones. We're getting a new Umbreon, a new Espeon. So this set's looking to be pretty nice, and we'll never see it on the shelves.
That's fair enough. So 30th anniversary, it releases just like any other Pokemon release though. Like there will be releases at a Target and a Walmart. Granted, there'll be scalpers and anybody else who wants it, and kids will never see it. But that's how that's going to come out. Is that the idea?
Yes.
Okay.
There won't be any booster boxes, of course. You'll see collection boxes, and you'll probably see some tins. I don't know. They might not do booster bundles. So
So you're showing me a picture of the futuristic rare. What is the idea as far as where that falls in the rarity
That
scheme?
would, I mean, this is
the most rare.
This is a new rarity.
I mean, are they saying, oh, this is going to be the most rare? Because right now they've got like, when you get an
an SIR,
it'll have a booklet and it shows you how rare something is.
It would probably be the rarest.
The rarest, you think?
Yeah, whatever the rarest one is.
Interesting. Yeah, because what is the rarest right now? Is it like 3 gold
I think
star?
Technically, it's the gold card.
Just the gold card.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's not 3 gold stars. That's something different.
I don't know. Whatever
I don't know if Pokemon people that's a thing that every non-sport collector is very much aware of, is just how rare their card is. Whether that's because it's like graded a 10 or it's because it's just a super rare card that is one of one, but in the Pokemon world, the more rare cards often are the ones that are sought after because the SIRs are more rare than, say, a base card.
I mean, like I said, some of the gold cards I think are the highest rarity, and they don't sell as much as some of the other cards.
I know, but I mean, those are still going to be more rare than a base card. That's
of course.
That's what. Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like there is
the pull rates.
So yes, your pull rates and rarity are synonymous in this instance. So if you're talking about pull rates being much higher. So it just meaning like you have to open a lot more packs to be able to find the card that you're looking for. A lot of times that is the card that's maybe more valuable. Not every time, but a lot of times it's going to be more valuable than, of course, the base card that you've pulled out 100 times.
Well, nobody wants the base card.
Of course, but I just mean like there's also other...
Unless you are a TCG player and you want it for your deck.
So ultimately, we're not 100% where the rarity of this futuristic... It's probably going to be the highest rarity in this set. Maybe. Okay.
And it's probably just going to be in this set. We won't see it moving forward from any of the new sets.
On the cards that are going to be reprinted, you mentioned, do those reprints have like the Pikachu stamp on there? They do. So people
say
know
30th anniversary on
them. And are they doing the same thing like they did with 25, where it's like a 3 on one cheek and a 0 on the other cheek of Pikachu? Do they do that for every anniversary?
They have just the past 2.
So before 25, were they doing this?
I think it would be just like the reprints or the stamps.
Just the stamps.
There would be a stamp on there.
Was there like a 20th? And are they doing this every 5 years? Because I'm also just curious. Are we going to see a 35? Are we going to see a 40?
It's printing money. Why wouldn't you?
Because it's just, I say things because I relate it to the non-sport world. And I think, oh, well, that's just too many, right? Like we talked about with WWE, they're putting out too many products. But not when you have a collector base as big and ravenous as that. Pokemon collectors, it is a foregone fact that there are much more of them than I would say sports, non-sports combined. I think there's more Pokemon collectors than both of those.
It's the number 1 selling IP in the world.
I mean, yeah, I am very, very happy to know that the Pokemon market is still alive and well after going to that card show. It is still thriving despite some cards.
Why would you think it would be dead?
I don't think it's ever going to die. I just think there's going to be times where you have pullbacks. And I think for a long time, I've been expecting a pullback based on what prices are and how many cards are out there of a PSA 10 of the Van Gogh Pikachu is.
It doesn't matter. It's funny. This table is the Venn diagram between non-sports, sports world, and TCG Pokemon world, right? Mm-hmm. That we're in. We don't care about the rarity of cards. We don't care if it's a pop, whatever.
Yeah.
We just want the card. We can care less of what it is.
Sure. But that's my thinking. There has to be some fundamental economic association to value of these cards as well. Because
supply and demand.
That's what I mean.
That's the economic thing.
And that's what I mean, though. If there is
more of the demand outweighs the supply, even if it's a high pop.
But at some point, you have to have something that is, there's so much of it that it cannot maintain a price. Like going back to that Van Gogh Pikachu, there has to be a number of PSA 10 Van Gogh Pikachus out there that says, oh, there's so many, we're going to not pay $3,000 per PSA 10 now. We're going to pay 1,000 again, or whatever that number would be.
It's never going to happen.
And so that does fall into the other conversation I wanted to have. And by the way, that Van Gogh Pikachu, we've talked about this before. I think when it was around 41,000 PSA 10s, it's now over 48,000 PSA 10s of that Van Gogh Pikachu. But speaking of the numbers of cards, when I saw a post just a few days ago about how Pokemon put out the number of Pokemon cards that they have printed. I'm glad that you saw it too, because you can, correct me if I'm wrong on any of my assumptions, but this is what the post said. From 2004 to 2010, Pokemon printed 14 billion cards. From
2004 to 2010.
From 2010 to 2020, they printed 16.4 billion cards. Now, again, if anybody's wondering what happened before 2004, I didn't see those numbers. They didn't show that. So 14 billion from 2004 to 2010, 16.4 from 2010 to 2020. In 2020, they printed 1.6 billion cards. In 2021, 3.7 billion cards. In 2022, you saw a jump. And this is obviously when we are in the height of COVID. We are seeing the market exploding. 2022, to meet demand, they printed 9.1 billion cards. It's a little over 2.5 or somewhere around 2.5 times what they printed the year before. In 2024, they went from 9.7 up to 11.9. And then in 2025, there was a little bit of a pullback. It was 10.2 billion. And then in 2026, they printed 10 billion cards.
Mm-hmm. So it's going backwards.
Now, obviously, those cards include those base cards that we talked about that no one cares about. They just throw them away as soon as they get them. But it also includes a lot of the rare cards that people are still chasing. 10 billion cards is a number that I think is hard to fathom for a lot of people, because there was a number back a few months ago that came out about, a few products from the junk wax era. And I think the junk wax era talked about how in one of the years, I think there was like one product had 14 billion cards. So it was a lot. So when you start seeing 1 billion cards in a year, it seems like a ton of cards, but in actuality, we're still seeing it was less than 14 billion, right? Mm-hmm. And we're also seeing, 10 billion cards in a year has not satisfied the demand of Pokemon people out there, because we still see people getting in fights over Pokemon cards at your Costco, and you still see people wanting the cards for kids and only finding scalpers getting them, and you still see thousands and thousands of dollars of sales going on at your local card shows. But 10 billion cards, when you hear that number, does that shock you at all?
No.
I guess at this point you wouldn't be shocked since you've seen those, but I found that to be shocking. I found adding that all up, what are you at? You gotta be close to 75 billion at least, something like that. I didn't actually add the total together, but that's an insane number of pieces of cardboard.
But not all of those cards are the ones that you want.
Of course not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, which the stat is crazy. So just keep in mind too, those numbers that you just put out there, how ultra modern cards and how many of them are being printed. Mm-hmm. Just think about that. Right?
Yeah.
So if you are trying to collect, invest, or whatever you want to do with Pokemon cards, I would strongly encourage you to invest in like older sets that do not have those print numbers.
Yeah, I would think so too. I mean, after seeing that, my feeling was, and I just added it up. It's 86.6 billion over from 2004 to now. 86.6 billion cards printed from 2004 to right now. Pokemon is on another level that I don't fully understand sometimes, but I think the biggest takeaway is exactly what you said. If you're wanting to invest in something as like, hey, I'm going to hold this away to see what the value does over time, I think that is your safest bet, is go for something that was early on. maybe earlier before 2004 even, but go for something that does not have the print populations that we're talking about right now.
But collect what you like. Still,
yeah, I know. Like,
if you like ultra modern cards, collect all the ultra modern cards you want.
Yeah, it's a point that I struggle with,
and they're beautiful.
That's the problem too.
The
they
thing.
get
so
better.
It's like, wow, this card is beautiful. Of course, I want it.
They are getting better. Honestly, like the Pokemon is doing a better job of coming up with cool art designs, making them more attractive for one reason or another, without having to give way to like doing autographs or serialization or anything.
They don't
like
have
that.
to do any of that.
I mean, there's little gimmicks, right? They added like the Master Ball reverse hollows and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but not all of them.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't keep doing.
So they're like, this is stupid. We're not going to do it anymore.
You think they're going to stop altogether? I mean, I know they haven't.
Yeah, because they count those as hits, and when you're opening a pack, you're like, oh, this is considered a hit, but it sucks.
Yeah,
and I'm not
as cool.
excited about it.
Well, there goes all my Master Balls that I have.
Yeah, they suck.
I think they still go for a premium though.
Depends on the Pokemon though.
Was it Prismatic that had all of them?
Prismatic had a Master Ball. Yeah.
And
anyway. 151 has Master Balls as well.
I wonder if Haystack can pick those up. I haven't scanned any Pokemon cards. I'm sure they could.
Speaking of apps that you need to download, I was thinking about this. Shout out to the people over at the Hobby Nonsense break over the weekend. They put me on to an app called Numbered. Numbered.
Okay.
Okay. It is, you can download on your Apple device or your Android device. But this app is so cool. You know how we were talking about someone needs to come up with a spreadsheet to figure out like what's been hit and what hasn't been hit?
Oh yeah.
This is the app to do that.
Is it only for Pokemon?
It is not nothing for Pokemon.
Oh, even more fantastic.
So Numbered, you can put in the set that you want to look up. So I just typed in 2026 Topps Royalty, WWE. And then from there, it breaks down to all the different, your base set, your different parallels and whatnot. So if you look and you click on something called like the Influential Ink, you can see if something at a Numbered has been hit or the 101 has been hit. And most of the time, they have pictures of the 101 that you can either upload.
Oh,
that you saw that someone pulled it, or you can upload it yourself. And so I actually this is our card that we pulled for Bodega Cards, and it's out of 5 Michelle McCool, and it was uploaded. So that is now on the app.
That is so cool. I just downloaded it right now. We should have waited and reached out to see if we can get like some kind of affiliate code or something.
It's a free app. It's not anything that you pay for. So
okay. So there's no real money. So yeah, then go out there and check it out.
Just download it. It's like a community-based app.
And it's actually just from getting started. They have Google login, which I love that because then I don't have to actually give them my personal information. It looks like I can just skip right in and go after. So actually, it says failed to sign in with Google, so maybe it's not as great as I was initially thinking. But I'm also on an Android, so who knows?
Yeah.
I'm not disparaging Android. I'm just disparaging all the people who don't give it enough time and attention. I'm just seeing, do they have non-sport in there though? I mean, because I can get them having.
I think I did see some Disney stuff on there.
They have They have a lot of WWE. Okay, I'm seeing some V Friends as well. X-Men 97. Okay, so they've got a few. They've at least got some non-sport in here. All right. Well, there you go. That's really cool because I use like Salt Bros for a lot of the non-sport stuff. I think Salt Bros is still, based on what I'm seeing at this very moment, Salt Bros still has more non-sport than what I'm seeing on this app.
So we just need to, but I'm sure if we started the non-sport and put it in there, like I think you can add sets to it.
That's cool. Actually, I wonder.
It's because I went on there and I looked, and there were some cards that I pulled that we took pictures of and posted on Instagram that the community saw, and they're like, "Oh, let's put it on this app." That I did not do it.
Oh, they took your card and
they put it, and it says pulled by Hobby Nonsense.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's great. I want to see. I wonder if they have the one and only Walt card or anything else. I'll have to check out more of that later.
Yeah. So shout out to Numbered. Especially if you're buying into breaks. I mean, that's great.
One of the things I wanted to talk about too, I know we got more Pokemon to talk about, but just real quick was the PSA news.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you guys have not heard at this point, PSA is stopping at the time you're listening to this. They have no longer accepting any bulk value submissions.
Just that one tier.
So everything regular and up. So regular is like $80 a card. Those are still staying open, but for the next, some are saying 3 to 4 months. Others, PSA themselves said once they can get their in-house submissions, the stock of cards under 10 million down to 5 million. So it's 10 million right now. That's how many cards they've got on back order. And now they just need to get it down to 5 before they're going to reopen those levels.
Thought I saw something today, and that once the announcement was, once they announced that they were going to halt grading, they got something like, before it ended, they got something like 5 million more cards.
No way.
It was something crazy.
Where did you see that?
I saw that today. I got to pull it up.
Yeah, if you can find it. I just want to share a couple notes because I talked with Matty Funkel a little about this right after the news came out. And he had some really good points that I agree with pretty completely, actually. This was the take after seeing it was most people are saying to themselves, well, what happens to the card market? What happens to me wanting to get my cards graded? What happens to the values of cards? His initial thinking was this, and I think I'm going to share all the stuff that I do agree with. He said short term, he thinks nothing really happens. Every major submitter has thousands of cards already at PSA, so they're not going to feel the effects for probably 3 to 4 months. And I think that's true. Again, that's for major submitters, though. For individuals, that's obviously going to be a different story. People who just hit a big card in a break at the end of this week, they're not going to be able to get their cards graded. Long term, he says, if PSA can get value back, the value submissions back open before that they stop getting their submissions back, then it's not going to change anything, which makes a lot of sense, right? Like if you're still getting cards back and they've reopened and now you can start submitting cards again while you're still waiting on cards to come back to you. Hopefully, when they reopen, those lead times have come down significantly. So it's like, oh, I can submit cards and get them back in 2 to 3 months as opposed to 6 months. And it kind of negates the fact that they were closed for maybe 3 months, whatever the time frame will be when they reopen. So again, I agree with those thoughts. He says if the pause goes on longer than that, say 4 to 6 months, then it's decision time. Short term, he was saying raw values might decline. PSA 9s and 10s, though, will increase in value. I completely agree with that.
I think that's going to occur no matter what. I think it's going on right now.
What's funny, though, is I'm not even 100% sure raw values are going to decline. I think it makes sense that they would.
I don't think they'll decline. They'll just stay where they are. But
well, I think it makes sense that they would decline. I think from what I experienced just selling a few raw cards over the weekend, some of them did not sell as high, right? Like some of those WWE cards I mentioned to you before that I sold did not sell as high, but I think it was in line with what recent comps had already been. So I don't think it was too far off. There's some other cards that are selling and or sold that were a little higher, actually. Now, granted, they were Disney cards, so that market is still booming. So it's still one of those where it's like there's not enough data to really give a good guesstimate of what's going to happen there. I think talking points that he pointed out, and I think a few others have already said this online. What are the effects on new releases? Disney 2026, is that going to be, are people going to be more hesitant to buy because they can't get it graded? Again, I think it may just be 2026 may be too new. I think we're going to have to find out more in 2, maybe 3 months to see what kind of effect happens. Because I think there's still going to be people who they're not thinking twice about it. They're just buying those cards because they either want them themselves or they're going to try and get them graded when those grading options reopen. He does highlight too, always have a plan when you are buying a card, right? We talked about that last week. What is your plan? What do you want to do with that card? CGC is seeing a slight uptick in submissions. We know that TCGers will submit to CGC, but the pricing has not been there historically. Obviously, CGC is probably going to be looking a little bit more attractive, but they've already said they are upping their lead times. They may even see some cancellations and or shutting down of some submissions. I would not be surprised by that by any means if they're going to stay open while PSA is closed down, because there's still going to be those TCGers who are submitting millions of cards to PSA that are just going to want their cards graded. And they're just going to hope like, oh, CGC pricing is going to go up. My resale is going to go up because PSA is no longer, there's not going to be those cards out there. I don't think that's going to happen, people. I don't think your CGC grading, your CGC 10 is going to necessarily jump in value. What are your thoughts on that?
No, it will never jump in value.
You don't think so?
No, nobody wants CGCs. The only people that are grading through CGC are people that don't know the hobby, that just want, or people that just don't care.
I think it's like little kids and stuff. I feel like it's
also there's a lot of whatnot sellers that sell like big time, like they sell a lot of Pokemon that just have deals with CGC.
Sure.
That they can get a lot of cards graded for huge of a discount, things like that. So nobody really wants a CGC.
Tag grading's already paused their value submissions. My real guess or my assumption based on the facts at hand, I think BGS stands the most to gain here. It wouldn't even surprise me that maybe this was some thoughts of PSA when they initially were doing their buyout, because they already saw increases at PSA submissions at that point anyway. But I mean, you have BGS as a company that now they're still employing the same people that are grading PSA cards, but now it's like, well, they haven't shut down all their levels of submissions, and their submissions are cheaper.
Charge you extra.
And yeah, I honestly, I think in the mentality of people out there, if their mentality is PSA gives me the best payout and I can't get cards graded at PSA right now, then it would be an easy conclusion to say, oh, well, they're the same graders. PSA graders are also BGS graders because they have them doing double duty at different times.
Do we know that for a fact?
There are some, I believe, they have said that they are pulling graders from BGS before to grade PSA. So it's like, well, then yes, it would make sense that they're going to be able to do that.
The BGS grading is better than PSA.
Well, I don't love the label. I like the look of PSA over BGS personally. But you can't argue with the black label, pricing there, and people, though it is super rare and it's going to be very, very hard for people to get, there's still going to be people who are hoping like, oh yeah, but I am different, right? That's what we all think. We all think our circumstances are different than everyone else's. We're going to be the one that gets the one of one, or we're going to get the rarest thing to happen to us. And so, yeah, there's going to be people who think they're going to get that black label. And so they'll send there because they have a higher resale opportunity at that time. I am strictly guesstimating on all of this, right? Because it's all too new to say exactly what happens. But I think this time no one's screaming the sky is falling, or at least very few are screaming the sky is falling. The market's going to crash, anything like that.
Why would the market crash if
because
that doesn't make any sense?
You're taking away like a point of liquidity, right? Like the people saw a 10 as like, oh, that's an easy move. Like if I got a PSA 10 in that card, it's much easier to move than if I got it graded by anybody else, or if I got it graded raw. Well, or if it was just raw.
People need to understand too, like the difference between PSA and Beckett, right? Because we're talking, they're, apples and oranges, of course, but a Beckett 9.5 is a PSA 10.
Yes, but it doesn't matter if people don't understand that.
I get that, which is insane to me because and then most of the time, like the people that really know that a pristine 10, Beckett pristine 10 is a better looking card than a PSA 10. And sometimes they do outsell the PSA 10s.
Sure.
In the TCG world. So in the TCG world, I think it still is easier to get a black label and get a pristine 10, especially if they're coming from Japan because their quality control is a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Than sports cards and tops and whatever you. So that's why a lot of the TCGers send their cards in there because they want to get like the highest level of grade they can for that card.
And they get extra data, right? Because they know if their grade comes back lower than a 10, they know why, because it's either the corners or the surface or edges or whatever else the subgrades are. So since you have subgrades already built into that, you are going to get more information, and therefore, people might want that, especially because I think they're still grading at like $20 a card, something around there, and the opportunity to get that black label. Matt pointed out, like his opinion is sports and non-sports, they could wait for PSA to reopen, but you're going to see TCGers more quick to find a new grader. And I'll tell you this, if TCGers do find a new grader, I
disagree on that.
If TCGs, if your TCG collectors do find another grader, I think that's the biggest fear PSA has to have, because there will be a point at some point in time. Maybe it's because of the PSA shutdown right now. Maybe it's something that happens 10, 15 years down the road. But at some point in time, there is a chance that PSA will not be the end-all be-all grader in the card grading world. Because at one time BGS was that, and they're not anymore. True. Right?
Well, so BGS screwed your pooch.
Well,
is that the saying?
You said it kind of interestingly, but
screwed the pooch.
Screwed the pooch is a saying. But
what does that mean? I know what it means.
Hang on.
Where did it come from?
You ADD boy, hang on now. Listen. So the fact that it's happened before means it could happen again. And if there is going to be a time where it happens, it's probably going to be there was a catalyst that caused it. And it could be this. I'm not saying it will be, but if we saw that happen and you had support of a community that is not thinking the same as you sport and non-sport collectors who are listening to this right now, I think you should at least be aware of what's happening in the grading world, because if you have all of your cards are in PSA holders, there's a chance it could affect it. Again, these are things that are talking points to look out for. I'm not saying sky's falling. I'm not saying go crack all your PSA holders and resubmit to Beckett or CGC or somebody else. I'm just saying, let's continue to watch the market together. Let's find out because I mean, to the point that you had in your rundown for today's episode, you said the news just came out how the Pokemon community at tournaments was no longer going to be accepting cards that were in graded holders. There's already big, like the Pokemon card dad, whatever his name is on YouTube that everybody loves, that is now posting videos of the lines of people that are waiting to see him when he goes to a card show. This guy is so hugely popular, but he's been saying for a long time he doesn't deal with graded cards.
He's no Solar Ray. I'll tell you
that much. But there's already people who don't deal with graded cards in the TCG community, and Pokemon's right here saying, hey, doesn't matter what it's graded, we're not going to deal with it. I think it's very interesting to see how we move forward at this point. I don't think anybody has to freak out, because there were times when a few months ago, maybe it was actually it's probably a year ago now, when it came out that there was this big scandal in sports cards specifically, that memorabilia, autographs, there was auto pins, it was fake patches, it was all this stuff. The guy ended up killing himself. Like, it was a big deal. This is like serious news. And nothing happened in the card market. Nobody said, oh, I should double check my JSA approved autograph. They were just like, yeah, well, ours are all real, at least. Those were fake that they already confiscated. But the ones that are in the market, I know mine's good. So we're just going to keep going. Like, there's a willing ignorance in the card community, and it can be a good thing for hobbyists, but it's also like, what's stopping people from just going ahead and accepting, like, oh, this is our reality, and oh, maybe it's not as solidified as we once hoped it was. I think that was more damaging than what this news is by far. So to think like that had zero effect makes me think that this is going to have
zero effect. Exactly. Yeah. We're just going to wait.
Exactly.
The card's going to go in a binder. It's going to go in a top loader, and we're going to wait. And if it's a huge card that you possibly think it's going to 10, guess what? You're going to send an express, and you're still going to get it graded.
That's the thing.
And it's going to bring a premium, because it's going to be one of the only cards graded at the time in a modern set.
100%. And that's where it's like, do you still send cards in to get graded? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
If there's a high enough value on it, I wouldn't. I'd encourage it actually for that exact reason.
And for this, it's only going to bring up the cost of PSA slabs even higher.
So PSA is about to be printing money hand over fist.
They're already printing money.
They absolutely are.
They own SGC and they own Beckett.
But they are going to make more money than they know what to do with, which to me means more money in the hobby means more people that will not let the market crash because they will spend on marketing. They'll get celebrities to go and promote cards and movies, and they'll do everything they can to make our hobby that much bigger so that nothing can happen. So to me, it gives me more peace of mind. Like if you're in the business of cards, you're probably going to be okay.
Yeah. Can I put my tinfoil hat on real quick?
Hang on, you can just 1 second. But what I will say is, if PSA is also printing this money, they already said they're making a $200 million investment to expand. I think they're doing the best thing that they could in this situation, which is, yes, it stinks that you have to pause this submission of value grading, but they're never going to be able to grow and fix the problem of not enough graders and not enough infrastructure if they don't do this. So all of this leads me to think we're seeing a bigger hobby being formed before our eyes at this very moment. And all that money that they're going to be making on the people that are still going to submit $80 submissions because they're going to be the one guy in their mind that has the PSA 10 of that new card set that just came out.
Chrome.
Yeah. So they're
Pokemon 30th anniversary Mewtwo.
All these people are still going to submit and they're going to make so much extra money because the margins are insane at that point. And now it's like, okay, well, can we get more facilities that have more graders, that have more security, that can do all these other things? Yes, I think that's the answer is yes to all those things. If you have unlimited funds, you can do whatever you want. And I overall, I am very positive within the realm of also keeping a watchful eye. I don't think anybody should just follow blindly anything that I say or anybody else says. But given the facts at hand, I think we can be very positive about the future of card grading and the card community. And that's pretty much it. The only other thing I think we should also discuss, and I'll let you put on your tinfoil hat as well, but we should discuss what happens to the 10s and 9s out there currently.
They're going to go up.
Because I honestly, I do think you're right. Like, I think it's a simple, like we've talked about multiple times in this show, supply and demand. It's economics 101. If there's not enough to feed the demand out there, then the value goes up. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what we'll end up seeing. And I think those people who have 9s out there should wait before they think to crack it and try and sell the card raw. Because I think it is very much the case that raw could go down in value while 9s go up. And you're just going to hurt yourself doubly by doing that. So keep your cards in your 9s for the moment and see where we are at in the next month or two. What's your tinfoil hat say?
I think, well, we all know this for a fact, but I think PSA did this on purpose.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. I mean, we know that they did it on purpose because they have a backlog of like 10 million cards or whatever. We know that. But I think they did it on purpose. So the other companies that Collector owns, grading card companies, will gain a little bit of market share.
Okay.
That way. And people, they're like, wow, I kind of like grading with Beckett, or I kind of like grading with SGC. Mm-hmm. I don't always have to go to PSA.
I don't know if they planned it from the beginning, but I think it's a smart marketing move where they're like, hey, this is the hand we were dealt. We cannot continue at the rate of grading the cards that people are submitting. But what we could do is pause that and see if we can't grow these other businesses that we've now brought on board. Yeah. But I don't think it was like, hey, we know we're about to have 10 million cards on hand.
They knew. It's like, oh man, we gotta do something.
Well, and that's
the ship is
when they see the market going crazy, they say to themselves, well, what's the easiest, fastest way to increase our infrastructure and graders? Buy out companies that already have infrastructure and graders.
Exactly.
And that's what they did. But now it's like, okay, well, the overall thought might be exactly what you said. Well, our BGS company and our SGC company, they're going to grow because of this. I don't. That doesn't seem like a underhanded thing. I don't think that's a tinfoily hat thing to say. I think it's just a business thing. So yeah, it doesn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me at all if that was a plan that they had once they realized, hey, writing's on the wall. We can't keep going at this pace. What are we going to do?
Yeah. Real quick, and I want to talk about this. You talked about manufactured scarcity, right?
Sure.
We were talking about it.
Yes, we were.
With, these ghostwrite things.
Not to disparage Yahoo, which is a
correct. But we're talking about the ghostwrite
of ours.
I don't even know what this is.
It's a ghostwrite.
This figure or whatever you call it.
Yeah, ghostwrite figurine.
So they are now starting to hit the market. Like some breakers are getting the ghostwrite WWE one. So each one is a WWE superstar, and the crown is, if it's this color, it's a parallel and it's a manufactured scarcity. Mm-hmm. What are we doing?
You're not into ghostwrites, is what I'm hearing.
This is the dumbest thing.
Okay.
Josh Luber, come on the show. Let's discuss.
Hang on. You can talk about them, but don't talk about what you're talking about the Yahoo one. It associates a negative thing with a good thing, and I don't want to do that. But yes, in general, I understand what you're saying is they're making this thing to be scarce, and therefore they're trying to force it to be popular. Because
but it's not even
scarcity.
Like anything, like at least like Labubus or some of the other like blind box things have like an IP or something associated to it.
He's doing a Be Friends. He's somebody who's trying to create something new, and he's trying to make it popular by making it where not everybody could have one. So I get what you're saying.
Do you want one?
I've got like some WNBA ones. Like I broke a box or a case of them like at some point. I don't remember what it was. I got a little off the ghostwrite train when I was at the National last year, and like one of the ghostwrite sales reps was like in the VIP area where I was, and I was talking with who was it? Who's the guy? Dang it! Why can't I think of his name? The breaker and TV personality from Storage Wars, Renee. Thank you, me, for remembering. So I'm talking to Renee for a while just about breaking and just cards in general, and the ghostwrite sales rep comes over and he's like, yeah, hey, we'd love you to push this and do that with it. And, just wanted to follow up on this conversation. And Renee's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, we can talk about that more. And I'm like, yeah, I like those. I broke some. I did some WNBA ones. I work with Josh Luber. He's like, yeah. So Renee, we'd love to get you on board with some of this. And I was just like, you just snub me? I mean, I'm in this VIP lounge too, bro. And okay, you don't know who I am, fine. But at the same time, it's like, you don't know who I am? Like, that's kind of the mentality I had. And I was obviously lacking a little bit of humility at that moment. But at the end, I was just like, you know what? Whatever, ghostwrite, get out of here. So in that sense, I'm kind of not on the same train with them either.
Hold a grudge.
Yes, it's not for the same reasons. Grudge. Not the same reasons as you are.
Personal reasons aside, like, what do you think about?
If you, the figure itself, there is a character out there that is that figure. I have some cards of that figure. I don't know if it's purposely supposed to be like, if the ghostwrite figure it's like this anime guy who looks very similar to the outline of what ghostwrites look like.
What, like Astro Boy or something like that?
Yeah, I think it is Astro Boy.
It's not Astro Boy.
But it looks very much like it to me. And that's where I feel like there's some kind of connection.
No, there's not any connection to Astro Boy.
If you look up Astro Boy and you look at a ghostwrite, you can probably see where I'm getting it. But it's not the same. They are not the same thing. But that's where it's like, oh, well, they're trying to appeal to me by making it feel somewhat nostalgic for, because I remember that from my childhood. But yeah, I don't need it. I'm not into little toy figurines, but you know what? I'm also not a pin collector, but Disney pin collectors love Disney pins and other pins that are associated with that world.
That's very true.
So just because I'm not into it doesn't mean there's not another world of people that is.
Which segue to a lot of people that are pin collectors are now getting into Loricana.
Wait, why? Just because the Disney Association?
Just like the community around, like going to the park and getting these cards, and what is the newest Wild Unknown, I think is the newest set that just released. Yeah. I bought a booster box over the weekend.
Is that the one that's going for crazy money?
No, That's the newest one, the one with Woody and Buzz.
Oh yeah. The one that introduced Pixar stuff.
Exactly. This is
the last one has like a Mickey Mouse character or Mickey Mouse card that's doing crazy money, and those boxes I think are doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll try and find it.
I have some treasure troves of that set.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was treasure trove, but yeah, continue. I'm sorry.
But anyways, the first year they introduced Pixar characters, and I think people are sleeping on Lorcana.
Oh, I think Lorcana is having a comeback. I think we're in the middle of it.
People are really sleeping on Lorcana, and I am starting to put my money where my mouth is, and
I honestly, I wish I had stayed on it because I was like, I thought from the get-go, I was like, yep, this is going to be the next big one. And it was big, but obviously it faded, interest faded. But it's almost like right now, if it's a piece of cardboard and it makes sense that it should be popular, but it's not popular, go out and buy it. Because it's like, it will be.
Almost venture to say that over time, Disney Lorcana will outpace Disney non-sports Topps cards.
See, that's where I don't know if that's correct, but we will see. I honestly think if you have Disney pin collectors getting into Lorcana, you will probably see them get into Disney Topps cards. I think there will, and once they get into Disney Topps cards, I think they will probably pull more towards that than they do with that, because there's already a big and very growing Disney Topps card community. And they will be welcomed in by all these other Disney. Oh, you go to Disney World too? Oh, yeah. Hey, I just saw you with all those Disney pins. Are you a Disney pin collector? Yeah, I've got these Disney cards. We're riding the Peter Pan ride at Disney World right now. Let's talk more about it. You should come get in these breaks. I was talking to over the weekend. Funkel sent me a couple posts of some cards of his that sold from Disney 100. A PSA 10 Hades from Hercules. It's out of 100. It's the diamond parallel. Any guesses on? Well, you don't really know what those cards typically go for.
Diamond parallel for Hades.
Yeah.
What's that diamond parallel out of?
It's out of 100.
Out of 100 for which set?
Disney 100.
Disney 100.
You're asking all the questions I've already answered, but that's okay. You looked at your phone.
$500.
$2,800. They just sold for $2,800. I believe it was like the highest sale at that time. There was also a Stitch out of 23, I want to say, from Disney 100, sold for $1,700. It was a PSA 10 again. The Disney 100 train is leaving the station. In some cases, it's left.
Oh, it's gone. Baby.
If you were trying to get in, like while you still could get it for cheap, it's leaving and or left. I have a plug of, I've got a thing that I'm doing to get cards as we speak, but I don't want to blow it up because there's very few cards and I'm trying to get as many of them as I can. And I know that's not the podcasting way I like to do things. I like to share all my information with everybody. I don't want to share this information yet because...
Does this have to do with you wearing an interesting outfit?
It does not.
Scandally interesting outfit?
Not yet. I will share it maybe next episode. Give me a little bit more time. Let me at least get a few more cards myself.
So you have a plug of you getting Disney 100 cards at a cheap?
Better than what most people are getting prices for.
Is this something that everyone can do?
Yes, it is.
So this is a marketplace somewhere where you've discovered that...
I don't want to talk about it anymore. Stop talking about it. So anyways... Yeah, I am doing everything in my power to get Disney 100. Disney 2024, Disney Sapphire is the other big one, obviously, because that was the first year of Sapphire, and there's a lot of characters in that one. There's still 2025 Disney that is big, and you will see big in 2026 Disney Chrome coming out. You'll still see big cards out of there too, because in all these sets you have new characters, so people still want them for collecting the entire Disney world of characters. So, yes, Disney cards are big and they are only getting bigger as we speak. If people are getting into Lorcana, I think that's a great thing because it's a segue into Topps Disney cards. And so we'll continue to watch what the market does. eBay Live this Sunday.
Did you do one yesterday?
No, that's the first time I didn't do one. Since I started doing the eBay Lives on Sunday nights, that was the first time I didn't. I just got back from Huntsville, Alabama this morning. It's weird to say, like, I woke up in Huntsville, Alabama, and I'm here in Middle Tennessee right now. But
some people wake up in different countries.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean, it's only a 2-hour drive, so it's really not that crazy, but I don't know. Alabama feels like a different world than Tennessee. It's not that different, though. And in fact, if you haven't been to Huntsville, Alabama, for one, it's got a cool space center. Just driving by the space shuttle is really cool. But it's growing. It's a really fun city. And they've got like endless amounts of restaurants and like things to do. I will say this, they have not gotten too big for themselves because my daughter woke up Saturday night with an earache that was really bad. And she woke up at like 2 a.m. and then again at 4 a.m. and then again at 4:30 and then at 5.
Time to go to
6 a.m.
The ER.
Well, it wasn't. She's not crying. She's just like, I can't sleep. And we're like, oh, great. Well, now we can't either. I didn't say that, but it's like, and we're like, well, did you try like to get the hot compress? Like, well, let's do that. And then, because we were in an Airbnb, and to my point of they haven't gotten too big, they don't have any 24/7 CVS's or Walgreens. Even their Walmart wasn't open 24/7.
Oh, dang.
And
I don't think Walmarts are open 24/7.
I thought they were for the.
They did, and then after COVID, they weren't.
Yes. Can we bring it back at least? Like in every town, can we have one that's open?
Well, because at night they stock.
I know, but they can stock, like they're so big, like stock half the store and leave the other half open or something.
Oh.
Anyways, since they didn't have anything,
give them a break. Give Lester the greeter a break.
That was a whole thing. So fortunately, we got some peroxide in the morning, and she was doing much better. Do you know about that? Putting like
of course.
I didn't know about that until I got married. Like my wife was like, "Oh, you put a little hydrogen
My wife
peroxide
has really small ear canals.
Oh yeah.
So she used to get ear infections like all the time.
Did she have to have tubes put in?
No,
Sam had to. I didn't even know about that either. That's another. I never had ear stuff growing up, so I didn't know there's a whole community of people who have ear problems.
Yeah, it's a thing. Sam had little tubes in her ears.
Little tubies in there.
Oh,
but yeah, she's
glasses and
what a nerd.
Sheesh.
Honey, I love you. That's it. We have been going very, very long.
How long have we been going?
Well, we stayed and talked with Adam for a few minutes after the interview. I think this will be our longest episode ever.
Can I touch real quick on a couple things?
Sure, why not?
A big sale, Poncho, Golden. There are 7 Poncho Pikachus that just sold for $100K.
Oh, they were all one lot?
Pristine 10s, yes.
Oh, it's CGCs?
No, Beckett's.
Oh, it was so not okay. Pristine 10.
Pristine 10s.
Got you.
Beckett's.
Okay,
Yeah,
not a black label.
Not a black label.
So wait, what was the total?
100. It was like 102.
102 for 7. They were different Poncho Pikachus.
Correct. There was the only ones that were left out were the Mario and the Luigi.
Oh man, those are like I think probably my favorort ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the Charizard one's pretty cool too.
Yeah. So those sold, and Taylor Swift Toy Story.
Oh dang, yeah.
So
why didn't you talk about that when we were talking about Disney?
I just remembered it.
Okay.
Something is going on. The new Toy Story movie could possibly have Taylor Swift in the movie. Maybe there's a song. There is billboards coming out. There are billboards.
Oh no, I think she is. I think that's like. Have you looked this up? Like, have you Googled it?
Billboards, and there's like Taylor Swift things.
Yeah, she's got an original song in there.
Oh, okay.
It's called "I Knew It, I Knew You."
Okay.
So yeah, she's in there.
Okay. Great.
So that's all. You just wanted to mention there's a connection there.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe she's in the movie. I know that Bad Bunny's in the movie.
Well, and this is, if you don't know this already, Topps has purposely started keeping things close to the chest. As far as like, even when they send out allocation for their breakers and their shops for a product that's coming out, they will hold back information because they don't want it to go public, because they want to let social media be able to post about it right before the release or right after the release or something like that to, really gain interest and get the viral post out there. I would not be surprised if that's a thing. I don't know. This is one thing where I'm not like hiding anything. I know nothing about that. It would be really cool, but yeah, no idea. I know there's at least one signer in Disney Chrome that they have not mentioned yet. I've yet to see anywhere, and they have not posted about it yet.
Can we talk about it?
No, we can't. Absolutely not.
Well, but that's a real autograph, not a facsimile auto.
Yeah, because stop. You're gonna stop trying to trip me up here. I can't say anything.
I can't remember what the signature said.
Stop saying. Don't try and remember.
Can we not say it?
No. What? How? What? How many times, Ray? No, we cannot say it.
When can we say it?
Once they announce it.
Why do they have to announce it?
Because it's their news.
Can it be our news?
This is a problem, Ray.
Something else that happened over the weekend.
It's already moving on.
Whatever. That I was able to pick up a card.
I thought you were going to say you got hit in the head and you were concussed.
I picked up a card that I've been wanting to purchase for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And I finally picked it up. It is the stamped Japanese promo Pikachu. Stamped meaning it came from a stamp box from Japan. The only way that you can purchase this card is through the Japanese Postal Service.
Oh. And it's an actual card that the Postal Service sold.
Kind of.
Or, they had access to.
You had to have a Japanese address to purchase this box.
Oh, that's really cool.
In the box comes with 2 different promos, the Pikachu promo, the Cramoran promo, and it does come with legitimate Japanese stamps that you can put on a letter and mail it out in Japan. PSA used to grade these stamps, but now they don't grade them.
Why not?
I don't know. They just quit grading them.
But there are PSA graded ones out there.
They are PSA graded ones.
Did you get one that's graded or no?
No, because I have the book of stamps or whatever it is. But the promo, I do have the promo.
Okay.
I have the box, and
Where'd you buy it?
One of the people that came to my table that was trying to sell it, we reconnected and we ended up making a deal.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What did they go for?
I bought it for $5,000.
That's crazy. What did they like? Do they sell for $5,000?
Yeah, right around there.
All right.
So I think, in my opinion, especially now today that we saw that there are going to be 30 new Pikachus in the new 30th anniversary set. Any Pikachu promo is going to the moon, especially right now. This is a card that not a lot of people have talked about. This is going to be one of the new Poncho-like cards in the near future. I think this time next year, if not sooner, it will be a $10,000 card.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, here's the thing. There is a real hobby nonsense effects on this show where we start talking about things and they start going up in value. So who knows if that will happen in this case, but that'll be very interesting.
But I mean, if you can afford it and you're in a market to really invest into something that is nice and has kind of like a proven track record, I will pick up this card.
Can you like go on eBay right now and buy it? Like, are they available?
Yeah, you can
there?
buy it on eBay.
Okay. I didn't know like how widespread this is.
Yeah, so. It's not like a super rare card, but it will, like, this is something that someone is going to be putting in their personal collection. The card's amazing. Have you seen the card?
No, I have no idea what it looks like. Yeah.
It's got a little geisha on there and Pikachu's on her shoulder.
Yes,
and he's kind of
I have
like
seen
looking,
that card. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, I think
it's a true artwork.
I remember this now because you showed me a card. You showed it online to me when that guy, I guess, had come over. Yeah. That is cool, though. That's really interesting. I've found myself, while you were saying that, just doing a quick Google search just to see if there's anything about 2026 tops and Taylor Swift in the news anywhere. Because, yeah, it would really scratch an itch for me if I got something like that. That'd be really cool. But
there might be Taylor Swift cards.
Hey,
and Toy Story in the future.
The fact that they are including artwork and characters, they've already said this, so it's not breaking news, from Toy Story 5 in Disney Chrome this year. That's why I'm like, oh, well, could that happen?
It would be weird for Taylor Swift to do a song for that movie and not have a voice acting role in the movie.
You would think, right? Because she does that a lot. Like she has songs and things where she also has like a little role or something.
Yeah.
So maybe. I guess we'll know soon enough. When does
can I go ahead and do the Disney Chrome breaking news? Can I go ahead and tell everybody?
Are you going back to? I know you're trolling me at this point, but it's scaring me. The release date is June 19th, so it comes out 3 days after Disney Chrome comes out.
Toy Story?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Ooh, you know what? I'm getting theories in my head right now. All right, so this is what happened, and it's not. I don't think this
you want to borrow my tinfoil hat?
These aren't state secrets or anything, but I already mentioned like, we were gonna try and have Aaron on, but it ended up having to get canceled. But I wasn't given a reason on why it got canceled.
Oh.
But if I'm putting on my tinfoil hat, if they canceled it without, because I mean, me and Aaron are buddies. I don't think I haven't done anything to make them mad. We haven't given out news like you're trying to do, where they've told us not to do it and we did it anyway. So I think there's good blood there. But a reason
Some
why
would say bad blood.
The reason why they could cancel could be because of information that they would probably share on that episode, but it would be coming out before maybe it hit the news everywhere else. Mm-hmm. And they may not want it to release on Hobby Nonsense when it could be news that releases on, True Hollywood's. Well, they don't do that. Well, the Hollywood Insider or whatever it is, anywhere where they're putting out big movie news. So what if that is it? What if they were like, hell, we were going to release, like, let you know, like, there's some signers in this, including Taylor Swift. That'd be insane.
See all those billboards?
You say, I remember
the TS
5 minutes ago when you said something about.
But have you seen them? I'm asking you.
I don't know what that is. No.
You know what a billboard is?
Tell me more. So there's TS billboards?
Yes, but Taylor Swift copyright. TS is copyrighted by Taylor Swift.
Oh, TS is also Toy Story. I'm now understanding more significantly on how those two things attach to each other.
They are letters.
Well, Taylor Swift and Toy Story. So that's a thing? Like, they had to get, maybe that's how they got approval for TS. And
that's like, I feel like there's more to that.
There's more tinfoil hat stuff going here.
So I have heard the theory that, in this Toy Story movie, Jessie goes back home.
Oh, really? Okay.
And they were saying that Jessie's original owner could be either
Taylor,
T Swift.
You think it's not like the real T Swift, right? But just her voice.
Correct.
Okay. I have seen that Jessie has more of a role to play in this one. So anybody who's still got like Toy Story boxes from the Pixar Toy Story Topps product that just came out, go after those Joan Cusack autos, because I mean they may be much more valuable once the movie comes out, once more news comes out. But
my niece is a huge Jessie fan.
Everybody's a Jessie fan.
She's 3 years old.
Everybody loves Jessie.
Are you having a stroke?
For anybody not watching the video, which is the majority of you, because you always listen and you don't watch the YouTube videos that we put out. I was winking into the camera when I was saying that. So
why is your tongue out?
My name's Jessie. I don't know if you knew that.
You spell it the same as Jessie from Toy Story?
We are officially over 2 hours, I'm pretty sure.
I love it. Let's go a little more. You got 30 more minutes?
We might as well just cut it into 2 episodes and just put out 2 episodes a week. I wonder if people would prefer longer episodes or 2 episodes.
I keep saying we should do a Patreon and do an extra episode on the Patreon.
I think you're probably right. That's what we need. We need an intern that does the other things that we talked about, but can also set something up like that, and we'll like give them a cut. We'll get, hey,
no, they're interns.
You're like, no, we're not sharing. All right. Well, you know what? You cut your teeth with doing the reading of the comments, and then we'll see about maybe making you a part-time employee. We got Steve. He might want to do something like that.
Yeah. Come on.
All right. We got to end it.
How was your weekend?
Shut your beautiful mouth. The only other thing I wanted to do was the reading of the review. We didn't do it when Funko was here.
Can we do it?
Yeah, there is a new one.
Before you do that, because I know I teased this, and I just want to make sure to tell people. Pitch Black is coming out July 17th, the new Pokemon set. Darkrai is going to be the front and center Pokemon on this one. If you want some cards to pick up right now that are going to gain value, here are 2 Darkrai cards that are going to make you money. The Darkrai from Crown Zenith, pick that up.
Okay.
The Darkrai Tag Team promo. It's got Darkrai and Umbreon together. Pick those up. Comment of the week.
That was short and sweet. The Apple Podcast comment of the week. if you guys want to be read, if your comment wants to be read, go out to Apple Podcasts and leave a review. I guess if you're an Android user, I'm sorry. These are not comments, but they're actually reviews. Spotify has a comment section, but
review, baby.
We have to just continue talking. I can't explain everything. Informative and fun, says Michael 4155. He says, I was not really into non-sport cards, but have found this pod informative and helpful in learning about products and getting ideas on what I might want to collect myself. I came here, found this show from listening to This Week in Reselling.
Oh, baby.
Which is also hosted by Ray, which has not had any new episodes. What's up with that, Solar Ray?
That's on the thing?
That's what he says.
Wow.
Yeah, so there you go. He's busy with a really cool podcast.
Yeah, it's kind of been taking a little bit of a backseat.
I'm sure
I used to film it during a break during work, and with the breaks that we're doing with cards and this podcast and some other things that I got going on.
Yeah,
I just can't do everything.
Maybe you can be like a once a month thing.
Once a month? No, it's got to be consistent.
It's either every week or nothing.
That's me.
Yeah, I get you.
That's me.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, if you want to have your comment read, you can leave a review over on Apple Podcasts. We do this because for whatever reason, this is a thing that people look at and it helps us to have more reviews on there. Whether you want to actually have your comment read or you just want to leave a 5-star review with saying nothing, you can do either one and it still helps us and we appreciate it. So we appreciate you guys just being supportive in any way possible. And maybe that's just joining breaks and hanging out in the room and never buying anything. Maybe that's just leaving a heart on an Instagram post. Whatever it is, it means a lot to us because the channel continues to grow. I keep saying it every week, but every week we have more and more followers. I think we just surpassed 6,000 on Instagram. We're getting very close to surpassing 10,000 on the Facebook page, and the Non-Sports Cards Nonsense hosted by Hobby Nonsense Facebook group is almost at 100,000.
Come on, baby.
Everything is growing, and our follower base on both Spotify and Apple, which are the biggest platforms, are I kid you not. It's like for a long time I was like, oh, we're gonna have no competition in that podcasting space for cards because SCN's already so big. But then there's also like the Stacking Slabs one, and then you've got the Sports Card Investor, and there's several others, but the fact that we do so much in non-sport cards and in TCG makes us very unique. And I guess that a lot of more people are finding us. So
we're unique, baby.
I just say all that. Not to,
some would say we're one of ones.
And on that note, we'll go ahead and leave it right there. Thank you all for the support. That's all I say. I didn't want to brag about it. I just want to make sure you guys know how much it's appreciated. We're going to leave you with the comment of one of ones and hope you guys have a great rest of your week. We'll see you on the next one.
Love you.
Goodbye.